Hi, it's me, Lisa Christensen, blogger and artist at May Dream Rose. I wanted to share with you a wonderful opportunity that you guys have. I am teaching a Brushos class made for card makers. It's totally made for card makers. Anyways, it's going to be very colorful, very vibrant, and most importantly, it's going to be fun. I created 8 hours of instructional video time to create all these wonderful, wonderful cards. Let me share with you some of them. Because I love Brushos so much, I couldn't just stop with like one technique or a couple of techniques. I have like, I don't know, like 5 different classes on different techniques. So like this class, look at this. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to kind of give you a rundown of some of the cards that I've made, including the fact that I should probably make sure that you guys know this before anything. We are giving away one of my classes, like for somebody that registers or for someone that gets on the newsletter at the Fine Artist Cafe Academy's website. And then with that free class, that if you win that class, you also get a set of Brushos from Colorcraft. And I'm so grateful for both Colorcraft and for the Fine Artist Cafe Academy for letting me have this opportunity to share with you my love of Brushos and stamps and cards. If you don't know me very well, let me introduce myself. I am Lisa Christensen, and I love to make cards. I've been making cards for about 10 years now, and I make them for my family and friends, and I've learned along the way. I've taken a couple classes, but I found that as much fun as it is to like create, I don't love the idea of selling my product, but I do love to teach, and I learned that along the way. And so teaching is my passion. And so I hope that through showing you some of my style and my techniques along the way, that you won't have to like take 10 years to learn how to do this. It'll just be like the hard work, the workflow is done for you. So anyways, here are some other cards, and I show you different ways to use washes, and like so these two are different washes, different ways to approach kind of the same technique, but not really. I call this a variegated wash, and this is more of a like you're coloring, you're painting a little bit and making the wash work for yourself. So this one might be a little more harder, even though it looks easier, but it's still a ton of fun. And then I go into like sentiments, and yeah, we're gonna have a ton of fun. I'm so grateful to be able to teach my yeah, I don't quite understand why my camera is I feel like it's backwards instead of forward. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful background with the florals, with the tulips still staying white without using anything other than water. Like there's so many tips and tricks that you can use with brushes to really get at that atmospheric look that you're looking for. Some of my favorite ones are my scene building cards. I'm showing you how to create the background with using color play. That's my way of saying like we're going to play with our Brushos, and we have this intuitive landscape in our mind. So maybe a sunset with green, and then we're going to add stamps to it to really like make the card just pop. And what a beautiful card that will be to give to somebody. Same thing with this. So lots of fun ways. These are Blue Night stamps. Lynn, I love your stamps, always have. This is a Lavinia stamps, same thing with the color play, and there's like an autumn scene. And so yeah, we're just gonna have lots of fun building scenes, building different ways. This is a beach scene, and let me show you, this is the color play. I cut my paper down into strips, and I get this beautiful beach scene. I'm gonna share with you how I use masking fluid to make a beach scene, and how abstract and beautiful is that. I just love the colors, and I've used sprinkle it copper on the brown, and so you get this beautiful look. I don't know if the camera's really showing it, but if you were to see it in person, there's this beautiful shimmer right there. You can kind of maybe see it. I don't know, but it's really fun. And then here's just a beautiful intuitive landscape that I walk you through on how to do it. And I love it so much. I just haven't quite figured out what stamp to use, but it's going to be so much fun. And then I walk you through doing, we use different techniques. So this is gesso with a stencil, and this is with a Taylor Expression stencil and stamp, die stamp combo. Here's a couple more. This is with embossing ink and how to get that beautiful galaxy look with Brushos. And then I go into more of the resist ink with stamps that I just love. This is an oldie but a goodie stamp. It's a wood mount stamp, and I think I either got it at the Goodwill or a consignment store years back, but I still love it, and I think it's fantastic for Brushos. And so more of that collage look. Some other stamps that maybe we wouldn't have used it in this way, but it totally works. And then, of course, I like using background stamps like these for resists. So anyways, it's such a fun class. There's 8 hours of instructional time for this. I couldn't just stop with 2 hours. I had to keep going, but it's wonderful, and I think it could take you most of the month to watch and play and to learn. Chris, if you're watching, thank you so much for designing this stamp. I absolutely love it for Brushos. This is a stamp from Blue Night Stamps, and my dear friend Chris designed it. So it's always fun when you can use products that your friends have designed. I love this one. This is a Tailored Expression stamp, and I've used this stamp for lots of times. I stamped it and then just put a background stamp or background wash on it. So a very simple 5-minute card at most, and I'm good. And a lot of these they might look tricky, but they're really not. This one is a background stamp, and then we glaze some Brusho on the stars to pop the stars up a little bit. So that's a fun technique. I would say that my class goes like to beginner to intermediate. I don't think you have to have a huge knowledge on water soluble medium. So I don't think you have to have a knowledge of watercolor to start to take this class. I think this is a great class for someone that wants to learn how to use watercolor or Brushos, which is a watercolor medium, to really get your hands wet and feet wet to see how it all works. So anyways, because I also use stencils a lot, and I use stencils with gel medium. And so then I'll put the glitter on them, gel medium, and show you some of the Brusho techniques that I use with that. So, I feel like it's a little bit of everything, especially for watercolorists. But really, if you have Brushos and you haven't used them, our color bursts are like a Ken Oliver brand. Color bursts are the same as like Brushos. Anyways, I like Brushos because I love all the different colors, and that's what I'm used to. But if you have those, that medium, you're totally going to get something out of my class. And I think you'll learn a lot and find some new techniques and some new ways to spice up your skills in your toolbox. So anyways, I also go and talk about die cuts, and this is a Taylor Expressions die cutting plate. And I like them because if you use I go in this with my class, but real quick, if you don't like a panel, let's say I don't really love this panel, which I do. I absolutely love this panel, but if I didn't love it, I could always put this die cut in the on it and cover up most of it, but still save the paper, still save the artwork for something else. So it just depends on what you're looking for. But I I cover a lot, and it's been so much fun to create. I hope to do more classes with the Fine Artist Cafe Academy with Jan. She's been amazing. I love working with watercolor. It's my passion. Yeah, I don't even know. It's going to be so much fun, you guys. A little bit about me if you're kind of new. I am a stay-at-home mom, but I do have all my kids in elementary school now. My youngest is in kindergarten. I went to school for graphic arts and photography, and I liked it. And as a stay-at-home mom, I wanted to be able to do something more with my hands than on the computer. So I started to learn how to watercolor with Angela Fair, and she's amazing. So if you get a chance to watch some of her YouTube videos, she's absolutely amazing. And then I realized that my graphic design and photography really goes well with all the other things that I've learned. And I've been creating cards for 10 years anyway. So practicing and working on my watercolor skills is like, it marries well with each other, I guess. So I play with color, and then I find ways to, in my mind's eye, I collage with stamps and with embellishments, and that's really how my style has evolved. And I'm grateful for that. I think I've learned a lot along the way, and I can't wait to share with you some of those things. So anyways, if you're at all interested in my class, I would love for you to take it. But enjoy your time learning watercolor and Brushos. And I really think that for I think the class is set at like $39.95, and then there's a 15% off discount, which I can put that in the description below. You're getting 8 hours of really good quality teaching time. My passion is teaching. I do love to share my work, but I really love to teach, and I think that there's a need for that. So that's what I decided to do, and I'm so grateful that Jan from the Fine Artists Cafe found me, because this has been a wonderful journey to be on. So anyways, enjoy, keep creating, even if you are not going to take my class. My big thing is to enjoy that process. If you are feeling blue or gloomy or needing some kind of creative outlet, put paint onto paper, draw, do something creative with your hands, and you by all means are going to feel so much uplifted. I always do, and I know that it works. And I just have to create every day. So if you're like me, create every day and you will be a happier person for it. Thanks for watching, you guys.